Why is it that making your first $5,000 feels like trying to push a car uphill, alone, in the rain, with a flat tire? But once someone crosses that first milestone, suddenly they're making $20,000, $50,000, sometimes even more, and it almost looks automatic. Is it luck? Is it talent? Or is there something nobody talks about? Let's break this down. The first $5,000 feels impossible because at that stage, you're not just earning money, you're building everything from scratch. Skills, confidence, belief, discipline, network, habits, systems. You're basically assembling a machine without knowing what half the parts even do. In the beginning, you doubt everything. Am I good enough? What if this doesn't work? What will people think? Should I just quit and watch Netflix? You try something, it fails. You try again, it half works. You compare yourself to someone on Instagram who says they made $10,000 in 1 week, and now you feel like a failure for making $100. The first $5,000 is hard because you're fighting 2 battles at the same time, learning how to make money and fighting your own mind. And honestly, the second one is harder. When you've never made money on your own before, your brain treats it like a fantasy. It doesn't feel real. It feels like one of those only rich people can do this things. But then something magical happens. You make your first $100, then $500. Then one day, boom, you hit $5,000. And suddenly your brain goes, oh, so this is possible. That belief changes everything, because money is not just about effort, it's about leverage. When you're at zero, you have no experience, no proof, no systems, no audience, no confidence. After your first $5,000, you have experience, proof, a little network, better skills, and most importantly, momentum. Momentum is powerful. It's like pushing a heavy rock. The first push is brutal. Your muscles shake. You question your life choices. But once it starts rolling, you just guide it. The next $50,000 feels automatic not because you work 10x harder, but because your systems are better. You know what works, you know what doesn't. You stop wasting time on random ideas. You focus. Let's say someone starts freelancing. At the beginning, they struggle to find one client. They send 50 messages, get ignored, feel awkward, lower their price, overthink everything. But after landing a few projects and making $5,000 total, they understand how to pitch, who to target, what to charge, how to deliver fast. Now, instead of 50 messages, they send 10 and 3 convert. That's not luck, that's skill compounding. The same thing happens in business, content creation, investing, anything. The first stage is survival mode. The next stage is optimization mode. And here's something most people don't realize. The first $5,000 is emotional. The next $50,000 is strategic. In the beginning, you operate with fear. What if this fails? Later, you operate with data. This works, let's scale it. And scaling is where real money comes from. Think about it like cooking. The first time you try to cook something new, you're checking YouTube every 2 minutes. How much salt? When to flip? Why is this burning? But after you cook it 5 times, you don't even measure. You just know. That's how income works too. Repetition builds confidence, confidence builds speed, speed builds income. And there's another hidden factor: identity. When you've never made money, you think, I'm trying to become someone who earns. After the first $5,000, your identity shifts to, I'm someone who earns. That small mental shift changes your decisions. You stop thinking small. You stop hesitating. You invest in tools. You take calculated risks. You protect your time. Because now you're not hoping anymore. You're operating. But here's the honest truth. Most people never reach the first $5,000 not because they're incapable, but because they quit during the messy stage. The stage where nothing makes sense. The stage where effort doesn't match results. The stage where progress is invisible. That's the test. Not skill, not intelligence. Persistence. The first $5,000 is hard because you're building the engine. The next $50,000 feels automatic because you're just pressing the accelerator. So, if you're in that frustrating beginning phase right now, good. That means you're in the exact place where growth happens. Keep learning, keep testing, keep improving. Because once the machine starts working, It doesn't just stop at $5,000. And one day, someone will look at you and say, "Wow, it looks so easy for you." And you'll smile because they didn't see the uphill push in the rain with the flat tire.